Well, grey clouds wrapped round the town like elastic. Cars stood like toys made of Taiwanese plastic. The boy laughed at the spastic, dancing around in the rain. While laundrettes clean clothes, high heels rubbed toes. Puddles splashed huddles of bus stop crows, dressed in their suits and their boots, where they all looked the same. I took myself down to the cafe to find all the boys lost in books and crackling vinyl, and carved out a poem above the urinal that read, don't you cry for the lost, smile for the living. Get what you need and give what you're given. Life's for the living, so live it, or you're better off dead. And as the evening poured the moon out of its packet, stars shone like buttons on an old man's jacket. We needed a nail, but we tacked it till it fell off the wall. While pigeons pecked drains, sparks flew like planes. The rain showed the rainbows in the oil stains. When we all had new iPhones, but no one had no one to call. I stumbled down to the stomach of the town, where the widow takes memories to slowly drown. With her hand to the sky and a mist in her eyes, she said, don't you cry for the lost, smile for the living. Get what you need and give what you're given. You know life's for the living, so live it, or you're better off dead. Well, I'm sick of this town, this blind man's forage. You take your dreams down and they stick them in storage. You can have them back some when you paid off your mortgage and loans. Yeah, hell with this place, I go it my own way. I stick out my thumb, I trudge down the highway. Someday someone must be going my way home. Till then I'll make my bed from a disused car, with a mattress of leaves and a blanket of stars. And I stitch the words into my heart with a needle and thread. Don't you cry for the lost, smile for the living. Get what you need and give what you're given. You know life is for living, so live it, or you're better off dead. Don't you cry for the lost, smile for the living. Get what you need and give what you're given. You know life is for the living, so live it, or you're better off dead. I know a man with nothing in his hands, nothing but a rolling stone. He told me about when his house burned down and he lost everything he owned. He lay asleep for 6 whole weeks. They were gonna ask his mother to choose. When he woke up with nothing, he said, I'll tell you something, when you got nothing to lose. Now I got a hole in my pocket, a hole in my shirt, a whole lot of trouble, he said. But now the money's gone, life carries on and I miss him like a hole in the head. Oh, now I know a woman with kids around her ankles and a baby on her lap. She said one day her husband went to get a paper and the motherfucker never came back. Mortgage to pay and 4 kids to raise, but keeping the wall from the door. She said the wall's just a puppy and the door's double locked, so why you gotta worry me for? Now he left a hole in my heart, a hole in a promise, a hole on the side of my bed. Oh, but now that he's gone, well, life carries on and I miss him like a hole in the head. Well, sometimes you can't change and you can't choose, and sometimes it seems you gain less than you lose. Now we've got holes in our hearts, yeah, we got holes in our lives. Well, we've got holes, but we carry on. Well, we've got holes in our hearts, yeah, we got holes in our lives. Well, we've got holes, but we carry on. Say we got holes in our hearts, yeah, we got holes in our lives. Well, we got holes, but we carry on. Say we got holes in our hearts, we got holes in our lives. We got holes, but we carry on. Say we got holes in our hearts, we got holes in our lives. We got holes, but we carry on. Say we got holes in our hearts, yeah, we got holes in our lives. Well, we've got holes, but we carry on. It's been years since we carved our names on a clock tower door before everything changed. We were big-eyed boys with the salt on our skin, and we'd throw our kites to the wind, and they fly on and on and on and on, on and on and on and on, on and on and on and on. It's been years since we whispered soft with the torchlight on and the big light off. We were tired boys with the soap on our skin, and we'd fall asleep to the wind, and we dream on and on and on and on, on and on and on and on, on and on and on and on. 'Cause we circles, you see, We go round, round the sun, in and out like the sea. I'll circle round you, you will circle round me. And in years when the torchlight thins and the clock tower's gone and the big light dims, we'll no longer be boys. We'll have lines on our skin and they'll throw our dust to the wind. Well, last night I couldn't sleep. I got up and started walking down to the end of my street and on into town. Well, I had no one to meet and I had no taste for talking. Seems I'm talking my whole life, it's time I listen now. Well, I walk past the late night boys with their bottles in their doorways, and I walk past the businessmen sleeping like babies in their cars. And I thought to myself, oh son, you may be lost in more ways than one, but I've a feeling that it's more fun than knowing exactly where you are. Like a stone carried on the river, like a boat